Beat LA is something we're going to be hearing a lot here now that the Padres are in the next round of the playoffs. They beat the Mets in New York to set up this Wild West showdown.
Yeah, it is an exciting time. People were cheering and honking in San Diego, even though the game was in New York. CBS 8's Chris Groh live in Petco Park now with a whole lot of reaction. And then, of course, we all want to know what's next, what's happening from here. Good morning.
Good morning. And look, what really was an exciting weekend now turns into 24 hours essentially of waiting for this series to start. We know that there are going to be a lot of expectations, a lot of drama as well too, and probably some heated trash talk between both fan bases. But before we get there, let's take a moment to celebrate an amazing wild card victory. And again, despite the odds, the quite literal odds coming out of Vegas, the Padres pull off the upset. They win 2 out of the 3 games, securing their spot there in the NLDS, now facing the Dodgers. But as for this game, again, this last elimination game there that was held in New York, stakes were as high as ever, win or go home. We had Jake Musgrove on the mound. He pitched that shutout. It was so good that, as we've been pointing out this morning, manager Buck Showalter of the Mets actually called for umps to check behind Musgrove's ear for banned substances. Of course, nothing was found, and Showalter's gamemanship, if you will, did not work. It did not throw off Joe. They, of course, hang on to defeat the Mets. We await the Dodgers. That series will start on Tuesday, but it's a 5-game series, so we won't see the Padres in town until Friday. So, of course, what that means is that if the Padres are able to steal one of those first 2 games, you then have 2 games at home at your advantage. So, again, I know that not everybody wants to look that far in advance, but that does mean that, again, things could shape up pretty well here for the Padres if they take one of these first games in LA. But as for the locker room, it was electric last night.
Think about as a kid, everything that you imagine or that you recreate in your backyard is, big moments like this in the playoffs. So to get the opportunity to go out there and for the team to trust me enough to give me the ball and do or die game means the world to me.
He was locked in as I ever seen him. I thought he was going to throw a no-hitter tonight. It took me back a little bit to that night in Texas. So, that's the guy we wanted on the mound today, and, he delivered.
And take a look at this. Again, the beat LA, that's being screamed at the top of the lungs there in National City. In fact, we could probably still hear them if we stay quiet for a moment. Oh, no, we got the trolley, so no, we won't be able to hear them. But that is the chant that was going on all night last night, well into this morning. Of course, it's the chant that we will be hearing the rest of this week as that series with the division rival LA Dodgers gets started. Of course, again, want to remind everybody, Tuesday, that is game 1. Padres, Dodgers come back to San Diego starting on Friday. Eric and Neto.
And hopefully Saturday, too.
Ooh, I mean, even when it's just a regular season game between these 2 teams, it gets crazy.
Yeah.
So you can only image. I mean, this is so important.
It's going to be awesome. And the look that Joe Musgrove gave the Mets manager afterwards when, he was closing out, he just, I sent it out, but it was on my social media pages. It was, he was upset that they even would question him.
My ears, really? Leave my ears alone, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, obviously goes to show how nervous they were. Trying to throw him off his game. They did not throw him off.
That's right.
Chris, thank you.